looks a little different around here. I got some tomatoes and peppers planted the other day. I was gonna film it, but sometimes you just get doing something and you don't want to waste any time, so I didn't bring the camera out when I was planting the tomatoes and the peppers. So I'll just show you those real quick, and then I'm gonna plant some beans. So in the ground right now I have German Queen. Never grew those before. It'll be interesting. I have 2 of those plants. Actually, I'm lying to you. This is a Cherokee Purple. The other German Queen is right there. So got that. Another Cherokee Purple. Then we have a Husky Cherry Red. I planted one of those a couple years back. They get huge. There's tons of cherry tomatoes off of those. Here's a black cherry hybrid. I never grew this before, so I don't know. I've had black cherry tomatoes and they're really good, but I never grew any, so we'll see how that does. And then here I have a what is this here? San Marzano. Good for making sauce. There's another one right there. And up top here I have 3 other tomatoes. That's the other German Queen I was talking about. Here's a pink boar tomato that I started from seed. It's tiny, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if it takes or not. The first day when I first transplanted it, it was laying flat. It looked dead, and then the next morning I came out and it was up like this. So I guess it's gonna take. And here's another pink boar tomato. I actually grew these like 3 or 4 years ago. They're a really good tomato. So we'll see how they do this year. My peppers, lunchbox orange. That's a sweet pepper. Got a green bell pepper. Gypsy, that's a sweet pepper. Big Bertha bell pepper. And a mild jalapeno pepper. And then up here, let's see. Up here we have Cubanella. These are the 2 Cubanellas that I got at Walmart that were in one pot that I actually separated, put them into cups, and now they're in the ground. And they seem to be doing really good. And here's a habanero. And the rest of this is going to be beans from here over, and probably another row up top. And then we'll get the lettuce and broccoli and all that in. And I might get some super hot peppers, and any of those I'll just keep in a potter. I'm not going to put them into the ground. I'll just keep them in a big planter. Ghost peppers or Carolina Reapers or anything like that. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to plant is a dragon bean. We have a bunch of them that we started from seed. It's a really good bean. And basically how I do this, because I lay out all the weed paper first. I know some people will plant their plants and then put the weed paper around them and mulch or whatever, but I lay out all this weed barrier paper first. Then I measure it out with my cheater stick. I got 2 feet measured on here, because this was just set up for the peppers. So I had the pepper spaced at 2 feet, so I'm going to go 2 feet away from this pepper plant. And then once I'm here and I have my first bean planted, then I'm going to go 1.5 feet between each bean. But basically what I do, I cut an X in the paper, right where I measured it out. And then I'm going to dig this hole out and transplant the bean. I just pile the dirt off to the side now so I can backfill the plant in once I get it in here. Big rock. I always find them, no matter how many I remove out of here. Oh yeah, that's a good one too. I've tilled and raked and dug in here so many times. But every year, I find a bunch of rocks. Another one down there. You want to get those out, because then the roots will grow a lot better if there's no rocks there. Oh, it's a pretty big one. There we go. Alright. Fix this. Kind of got pulled a bit there. There we go. No more rocks. Nice and soft all the way down. That's what you want for the roots. Alright. Now to get these out of the cups, I just really lightly go like that around the cup. Break up the soil. Gets it away from the side. And you flip it and you want to tap the bottom. That one came out pretty easy. You can see the roots there. Got a pretty good root structure. It's not root bound or anything like that, so it's perfect time to get it in the ground. Just let it in gently, just like that. And then go around it evenly with the soil. Don't get any rocks in there. Right. Push down just a little bit on the soil. Don't want to hurt the roots. Just a tiny bit. And that's it. Now I just flip the sides back over where I cut the X out, the paper. Flip that over. That keeps the soil moist a lot longer when you water them too. Alright. Push down a little more. There we go. Got a bean in the ground. And that's how you do it. Let me give you a better view. I'll put you over my shoulder while I do the next one. When I fold these back, I just hold them down with rocks because I have enough of those in the garden, so I'll never have a shortage of rocks, that's for sure. Just loosen it up first before I dig. I always put a little bit of loose soil on the bottom too. Makes it easier for the roots to get down into there. Take my bean plant. Hole. Then fill around it evenly. There's a worm. They're good. They're good for the plants. And that is it. Pretty easy to do. I'm keeping these cups here until I get these all labeled because we labeled them right on the cups there. So if I didn't keep the cup right next to it, I wouldn't know what's what. But that's how I transplant into the garden. I do it the same way for everything. The only difference is with tomatoes, I go a little deeper. You go a little deeper than they previously were. And that's about it. Thanks for watching.